Well, friends, Judge Merchan just exposed for all to see one of Donald Trump's lies. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, it's not every day that a judge finds himself or herself in a position to expose a defendant who is in trial before that very judge, expose that defendant as a liar. But that's precisely what New York State Court Judge Juan Merchan just had to do to Donald Trump. So let's start here. In one of Donald Trump's recent hallway lies sessions, that's what I call them, when Donald Trump leaves the courtroom at the end of the day, steps out into the hallway, and begins spouting his lies into the public square. In one of Trump's recent hallway lies sessions, here's what Donald Trump said. And friends, I'm going to spare you having to listen to his voice. I'm just going to read what he said. When a reporter asked him if he was going to testify, he said, quote, "Well, I'm not allowed to testify. I'm under a gag order, I guess. I can't even testify." Really, Donald? Well, here's the new reporting about that. This from The Hill. Headline, Judge in Trump's hush money case clarifies gag order doesn't prevent ex-president from testifying. And that article begins, the judge overseeing Donald Trump's hush money trial has clarified that the gag order pertaining to the former president doesn't prohibit him from testifying on his own behalf. Judge Juan Merchan started the trial day Friday by making that clarification, apparently responding to comments the Republican former president made after court the day before. And here's what Politico reported about exactly what Judge Merchan said to Donald Trump after Trump made that absurd claim that the gag order means he can't testify in his own defense at his own trial. At the start of Friday's proceedings, Justice Juan Merchan instructed Donald Trump that the gag order doesn't prevent him from testifying at his criminal trial, correcting a comment Trump made Thursday. This quote from the judge. It came to my attention that there may be a misunderstanding about the gag order. Let's be clear, friends, there was no misunderstanding. This was Donald Trump lying, intentionally lying, knowingly lying, but Judge Merchan was soft-pedaling it a bit. That's all my editorial addition. The article continues, quote, "You have an absolute right to testify at trial if that's what you decide to do after consultation with your attorneys," Judge Merchan said. Quote, "It's a fundamental right that cannot be infringed upon. The order restricting extrajudicial statements does not prevent you from testifying in any way," the judge continued. "In fact, as the name of the order indicates, it only applies to extrajudicial statements, meaning outside the courtroom. It does not apply to statements made from the witness stand." In the hallway outside the courtroom on Thursday, Trump told reporters, "Well, I'm not allowed to testify. I'm under a gag order. I guess I can't testify." He added, "I'm not allowed to testify because this judge is totally conflicted, has me under an unconstitutional gag order." So, friends, that's Donald Trump telling an obvious lie, being caught in his obvious lie, and having the judge expose his obvious lie. And friends, can I add one thing just by way of a footnote? While Donald Trump was in this particular hallway lies session, saying how the gag order prevents him from testifying at his own trial, his defense attorney, Todd Blanche, was standing right beside him, sort of smiling and sheepishly nodding his approval. You can watch the video for yourself. What he should have done was take his client aside and say, Mr. Trump, the gag order does not prevent you from testifying in your own defense at your own trial. Now, please continue your press conference. But he didn't do that. Instead, he just sort of quietly and tacitly encouraged the lie, just, kind of nodding along in apparent approval. In my opinion, that's not just despicable, but it's kind of an abdication of the responsibility of an attorney to zealously represent their client, honestly and ethically represent their client. That's what the Sixth Amendment to the Constitution provides. Zealous, honest, ethical representation of your client. And that is not what you see Todd Blanche doing on that video clip of Donald Trump telling his hallway lies about how Judge Merchan has prohibited him from testifying in his own criminal trial. Represent Donald Trump, this abject criminal, somebody who tried to bring an end to American democracy and continues to try to bring an end to American democracy. This is the guy who just told Time magazine that if he loses in 2024, he will not rule out violence. But, act the way a defense attorney is supposed to act. Abide by the Sixth Amendment right to counsel. Don't just endorse and encourage your client to lie about a judge's gag order, sending the signal to his supporters that the judge won't even let me testify in my own trial, eroding and undermining the public's confidence in the criminal justice system. That's not something an attorney, a defense attorney, or any attorney should be quietly or tacitly complicit in. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.